Hello everyone, happy Friday. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Christina and I'm a fashion reseller on the Poshmark app. You can find me on Instagram at little.black.hanger. You can also find me on Poshmark at littleblackhanger without the vowels. So today we're going to be doing one of my favorite videos to do, and that is a fashion trends report. And this report is going to be for spring and summer 2019. Now I know what you're thinking.
Christina, it's only January.
What are you doing?
Spring is not even close.
And to that I say, in the fashion world, spring is coming and spring is very near. The first day of spring is March 20th. However, retail stores are already putting out their spring and summer merchandise on the floor, clearancing out that winter stuff and getting ready for the new stuff. So I like to make these videos early and I like to get a jump on these trends so that you guys know what's coming for spring and summer, so you can start preparing. You can go in the thrift store and get a head start on these trends before everybody else gets them and scoops them all up. I'm gonna leave some links down below of videos that you can go and watch. If you're not already subscribed to the channel A Fashion, go subscribe to them right now. It'll help you so much with trends and staying current and up to date on what's trending in the fashion world, whether it be clothing, bags, accessories, shoes. They have it all. They show you examples of the trends shown on the runway. So that's a really good source to look at for fashion trends. I'm going to be popping some examples of the trends that I'm going to be talking about on the screen. But like I said, I'm also going to leave those videos linked down below so that you can go check them out and get more and more inspiration and examples of these trends. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. Alrighty, so the first trend I want to talk about is one of the hottest trends this spring and summer. It started back in fall and kind of like the end of summer last season when Kim Kardashian was seen wearing biker shorts. Now, anything, you guys know this, anything that Kim Kardashian wears or any of the Kardashians wear is going to be super, super hot, and especially if Yeezy puts it in his collection. I mean, Kanye West is just a fashion icon. We just all have to get over it. It's happening. It is what it is. Here we are. Kim and Kanye rule in the fashion world. So if Kim and Kanye say it goes, it goes. So biker shorts are going to be huge, huge, huge this season. So keep an eye out for those. I'm going to be popping up some pictures. They're basically just longer, like a Bermuda style legging short, if that makes sense. So like spandex shorts, but longer, not like the short yoga shorts. So keep an eye out for those. And if you see any in your local thrift store, definitely pick them up. One thing you're going to see paired with biker shorts a lot this season is blazers. And it's going to be like a thinner blazer, not like the wool blazers that we saw in fall and winter, but like more lightweight, kind of bright colored blazers are going to be paired with biker shorts. So keep an eye out for that trend as well. When it comes to colors, golden yellow is going to be hot this season, along with pastels. Pastels obviously are big in spring, groundbreaking. But specifically, sage green is going to be huge this season. Last season we saw lavender make a huge blow up. Now it's going to be sage green in the pastel category, and also bright colors like fiesta colors. I'm going to be popping some examples on the screen. The bright golden yellow, the bright orange, the bright red, that kind of bright royal blue is going to be showing up. They're always easy to find in the thrift store because you don't have to necessarily go through every single item on the rack. You can just look for these specific colors that jump out to you, see if the piece is cute and on trend as well, and then move on from there. So color is something that's really easy to look out for. Now, one of the main colors of the season is going to be beige. We saw a huge, huge uprising of brown in the past fall and winter season, and now it is carrying over into spring as a beige and like tan and camel color. So anything beige, tan, camel, pick it up, because that is going to be hot this season. Beige is all the rage. Yes? You like what I did there? Moving on. So a trend that is staying from fall and winter and trickling down into spring and summer is cargo pants. IMGA did a bunch of cargo pants in their fall and winter collection, and it is here to stay in spring and summer. So keep an eye out still for cargo pants and even cargo shorts. That utility kind of look is definitely still hot for spring and summer. So another trend that is trickling in from fall and winter and staying in spring and summer is bleached denim, and this follows the 80s trend that we saw really make a comeback in fall and winter with the shoulder pads and the neon. 80s is still here and it's staying in spring and summer 2019. So that acid wash, really cool like stone wash denim that you see in the 80s is going to be very hot this season, so keep an eye out for that, especially if you see some like stone wash, acid wash, bleach denim. Even get creative and cut them off into cutoff shorts. That would be awesome for spring and summer. And again, with the 80s trend, you're gonna wanna keep an eye out for neon because neon is not going anywhere either. And of course, if it was hot in fall and winter, neon is definitely gonna be hot in spring and summer. So also keep your eyes peeled for that. Also, take that trend and run with it. If you find some denim that has like an 80s feel to it, maybe do a little like DIY like bleaching project and make it trendy. Now is the time to get creative, people. Another huge trend in spring and summer 2019 is going to be fringe. Fringe on everything. Fringe on shoes, fringe on earrings, fringe on bags, fringe on jackets, fringe on pants, fringe on shirts. All the fringe. If you see fringe on something, get it. End of story. Back to the biker shorts trend, that is going to be super hot, as well as any kind of like sport thing, like surfing gear is going to be really hot this season, as well as cycling and skating gear. So I'm going to put some pictures of that on the screen, some examples of that. So anything that's really like kind of like old school sporty, like I don't know how to describe it, but I'll put visuals so you guys can see what I mean with that. And those type of items are going to be paired, like I said, with blazers and oversized sweatshirts and oversized tees as well. So keep an eye out for that. Another huge trend, and this is more on the feminine side, is going to be bows. So like bows coming, like little bow details, like the bows down the back. Bows are showing up a lot in accessories as well this spring and summer, so keep an eye out for that. Another trend is vintage vacation is what they're calling it in the fashion world. So basically like vintage swimsuits and like anything with like a vintage vacation print is showing up really hot on the runway this season. So those should be pretty easy to find, and I'm pretty excited about that because I love anything like vintage tropical. I just think it's so cool. It's such a cool print. It reminds me of like old school Vegas, or like, I don't know, anything with a flamingo on it, I am here for, you know what I mean? And I love the cut of vintage swimsuits, so definitely keep your eyes peeled this season for vintage swimwear and vintage vacation wear. And that'll be for the guys as well. We saw a big trend with that last summer with the tropical shirts being starting to come up in menswear. So that is going to start coming up this season pretty big as well. So the really cool, bright, bold, you know, Hawaiian prints, definitely keep an eye out for that. And they're pretty easy to find out in the wild. So we saw a huge trend of suiting in fall and winter where it was suit sets, and that is still going to be prevalent in spring and summer, but this time it's going to be bright colors and lighter materials, and also short suit sets. So if you see a suit set with shorts instead of pants, definitely think about giving that a try. A lot of people are pairing them with belt bags. Belt bags are still going to be all the rage, fanny packs, whatever you want to call them. They are here to stay. I don't see them going anywhere anytime soon. Another big thing like the fringe is ruffles. Ruffles are going to be huge. Ruffles on bags, ruffles on shoes, ruffles on shirts and pants and dresses. Ruffles. That's it. That's all I have to say. It's like the fringe. It's everywhere. It's on everything. So if you see something with ruffles, it's cute, pick it up. which carries over into our next trend, which is prairie dresses. Now, we saw a huge rise of Southwestern wear in fall and winter, and there were some prairie dresses mixed in there, but those are definitely going to carry over into spring and summer. They're going to get a little shorter. Also, you know, you're not going to be having to layer them, so people are going to definitely be looking for prairie style ruffly dresses to wear this spring and summer. Another big trend that we've kind of already seen is the boiler suit, which is basically like a coverall suit that comes from menswear, so basically like a workman's suit. It's basically just a jumpsuit with a more men's type of feel to it. These are a little harder to find in thrift stores, but not impossible. So if you come across one in good condition and it has a good cut to it, definitely pick it up because they are going to be pretty big this season. So let's talk about some bags and accessories. For accessories, basically they're calling it over-the-top accessories. So anything that's big and chunky and just kind of like super dramatic and almost gaudy is going to be big this season. And basically, the bigger the better, the funkier the better. Basically, the funkier the better. If your accessories are not making a statement, then they're not loud enough, is what the people are saying. So over the top crazy accessories, and this kind of goes and ties in with the 80s trend, because the 80s was a decade where everything was pretty much over the top and almost, you know, kind of gaudy, let's admit it. So that is going to be trickling down into accessories this year, bags, you know, belts, earrings, necklaces, all that. As long as it's over the top, it's on trend. Which brings me to bag trends. Now, there are a ton of bag trends, but these are ones that I've seen a lot. First bag trend is the bag necklace, and it's kind of like those vacation pouches that you see like grandparents carrying at Disney World, kind of like that. Like you put your credit card in it. I mean, it's not just a grandparent thing. Like I do it too. It's fine. Like, it's cool, it's hip, it's trendy. And it kind of ties in with the belt bag, fanny pack whole kind of thing. It's just like, I don't know, it's kind of sporty. It's kind of ties in with the whole like cycling thing. So that's going to be a big trend, so keep an eye out for that. The ball and chain bag. So it's basically like where the bag is the shape of a ball and then it has a little handle on it. These, I think, are going to be a little bit harder to find, but if you do find one, they are super on trend, so go ahead and pick it up. Also, we saw a lot of market bags last spring and summer, and they are not going anywhere. Basically, they're called elevated laundry bags now. Don't know what that means, but basically they're just like sack bags. I don't really know how to explain it, but I'll put some pictures up for you to look at. Feather bags are going to be huge. So like bags that have like these fluffy little like feathers almost looking like fringe are going to be big. And again, like I said, with the fringe, if it has fringe on it, get it, because fringe is big. It's here, it's coming back, it's here to stay. Also, a bag trend that I have been seeing a lot is geometrical shaped bags. So like oddly shaped bags. Like typically bags are shaped like rectangles or squares, but these are like geometric kind of like, I don't know, they're just odd shapes. So keep an eye out for oddly shaped bags. Of course, straw wicker is always going to be a trend in spring and summer. There's always going to be just staple summer pieces to pick up. Use your noodle, use your creative noodle, because, you know, like wedges and espadrilles are always going to be big in spring and summer. Those are just kind of like staple pieces to keep an eye out for. Also, clear bags are huge at the moment. So they are a little harder to find out in the wild, not damaged, because they tend to get worn down pretty easily. But if you do find a translucent bag, they are definitely on trend. Also, a bag trend that is not going anywhere anytime soon is handle bags. They're going to be super hot as we get into spring and summer. Handle bags are just more of a spring and summer type of bag. And I tend to find more spring and summer bags with like the small acrylic handles or just regular fabric handles on them, so keep an eye out for those. Those are pretty easy to find at the thrift store. All right, so let's talk about shoe trends really quickly, because I know in past videos I haven't really touched on shoes before, and you guys requested that I do go over shoe trends, so I'm going to be going over some shoe trends for you right now. So for spring and summer, we are seeing a tricky toe is what they're calling it. So basically it's where the strap goes over the toe, or it's like diagonal, or the strap is in a weird place on the toe. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Basically it's just like rethinking where the strap goes on the sandal, pretty much. Another shoe trend is what they're calling under the sea. So it's like got shells on it, or like starfish, or anything that reminds you of the beach is basically what this trend is. One that's going to be super big this season is the Teva or Teva trend. I call them Tevas. Some people pronounce it differently, but they are those like dad sandals. So in fall and winter we had the dad sneaker. Now it's going to be the dad sandal. It's like where the strap goes over the top. You got the Velcro, all that. Chaco's is a really good brand for this as well. So anything that kind of looks like this. I know Nike is making a lot of these types of sandals lately. Adidas, all of the sporty companies are making sandals like this. So keep an eye out for that, because it's going to be large and in charge. I know where I come from, Chacos are definitely a staple. If you didn't have Chacos growing up, you weren't cool. So I'm here for this. I love these types of sandals. I'll admit it. I love them. I think they're great. Another trend is punchy prints. So anything with a bold print on it, a bold statement print on a shoe is going to be huge, kind of like Gucci inspired type prints on shoes. Keep an eye out for. Another big trend that showed up on the runway is feathers on shoes. So like feathers on the bag, where it's like that light feather that kind of looks like a fringe. That on sandals and heels is going to be coming back as well. Pointed toe shoes are going to be huge in the heel world and in the flats world. So I'm really excited about that trend, because I love a good pointed toe. I think it just looks so classy, and so it just looks elegant. I actually really like that trend. A lot of designers showed shoes with the branding on it. So like Versace had this sandal, which incorporates another trend. The translucent not only is showing up in bags, but it is also showing up in shoes. So like this kind of reminds me of the 90s, where they had like the clear heel and then the clear like strap across the foot. Versace showed some clear heels with the branding name on that. Now I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to find that at the thrift store, but if you do happen upon something with, you know, like large branding on it or logo on it, definitely keep an eye out for that in shoes. And again, with the translucent, the kind of like 90s throwback translucent type of look. Orange is a huge trend in shoes this spring and summer, so keep an eye out for those orange shoes. And of course, the mule is, I think, here for a while. I don't think the mule is really going anywhere, so keep picking up those mules. That does it for all the trends that I have for you today. If I missed any trends that you've been seeing that are pretty hot, let me know down in the comments below, so that we can all know the knowledge and be in the 411 in the cool kids club, know what the kids are doing. Whatever. As you guys know, I like to end every video with an inspirational quote that one of you guys sends me. All you have to do to participate in this is leave a comment on any of my videos with an inspirational quote and your Poshmark closet name, so that I can tag you in the description. All right, so today's quote comes from LQ Fashion, and she says, "Don't just be good to others, be good to yourself. Teach people how to treat you based on how you treat yourself." I love that. That's so good. So good. Keep the great videos coming, love. Thank you so much. And her Poshmark closet name is LQ Fashion, and I'm going to leave that on the screen as well as linked in the description box below so that you guys can go check out her closet. Go give her a follow, go show her some Posh love, share her closet for that amazing quote. So that is all I have for today. If you like this video, please be sure and give it a thumbs up on your way out. Also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join our little family here. We would love to have you. I put new videos out every Tuesday and Friday, and I will see you guys on Tuesday. Bye, guys.